Week deals with anything and everything for pets. And today we're going to be talking about something actually crucial to every new dog owner, and that's dog training. You need it not only for the safety of your dog, but for the people around you as well. And here to talk about that is our segment sponsor this morning, Happy Tails to You Dog Training.
Very good. A
fun name there. Actually, it's a two-for-one deal because they're also the home of the Canine Corral Dog Daycare. And that's the logo of that company there. So you've got a two-for-one going, and Dawna Caldwell, the owner of the companies, are here to talk to us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. That was very good.
Yes, I got the name right.
Yes, you did.
Happy Tails. It's very clever. I like the marketing. So tell me a little bit about the training, because a lot of folks, especially new dog owners, you know, you're doing this for the first time. You don't know exactly how to train your dog properly, and there's a lot of different methods out there.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, we're located over in San Jose.
So you're South Bay, okay.
Yes, and I have a wonderful website, and I do basic training. We do everything from puppy stuff to adult stuff, just basic good manners, trying to get them their CGC and the Canine Good Citizen. I also do private lessons for dogs that can't get into a group class because they're having maybe aggression issues or some other issues like that.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, you need to start as soon as you can. The younger the better, as far as I'm concerned, as long as they've had the minimal amount of shots to get them in. And keep in mind, the vet is going to tell you not to take your dogs out in public because they're afraid that they're going to get sick, which I agree with.
Right.
But if you take them to a group class and all of the dogs have been inoculating and we're swabbing the floors down with bleach, the exposure is minimal, and I think that it's more important to get the dogs out earlier, rather
socialized.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so the specialty that we have is an aggression class that's for dogs. And it's for dogs that have already done some private lessons, because each dog is going to respond differently. We were talking about training methods earlier.
And it's not breed specific. I mean, because you could have a golden retriever, for instance.
Yes.
You would think they're all friendly, but not always.
No, they're not. And this, and rarely have I seen one that's not friendly, but they're out there.
Right.
And we were talking about this earlier. If I do go down to the shelter and I do help with evaluations because they need a second opinion, I am more inclined to say, you know what, maybe we shouldn't put this golden retriever up for adoption, because it does make them more dangerous, because people are more inclined to go over and say hi to that dog.
Not knowing this particular one might have a propensity to snap at you or something.
Yes, and they're not so willing to do that with a German Shepherd or a Rottweiler, let's say, which I love, by the way. I love those dogs. But yeah, and so the aggression classes, we're the only ones in the South Bay that's doing it, and I'm really happy about that. But depending on the dog would be depending on what form of training or method you're going to use. And you know, it used to be the old yank 'em jerk 'em method, which
show them who's dominant.
Exactly, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad way to train a tough dog. Okay, most dogs I meet aren't that tough though. And
they need a different approach then.
Absolutely, and because if you do it with a sensitive dog, you can trash them. It just absolutely upsets them if you come down too hard on them. And again, I am not opposed to using the harsher methods. I don't mind using choke change, pinch collars, or shock collars if we've tried everything else. And the dog's going to get, if they're going to get put to sleep anyway, we have nothing to lose, and just try it. And so,
what a great picture. Is this one of the booths that you'll put up? Because you were just at
Bark in the Park in San Jose. Yes. And promoting the daycare, and this dog has received his CGC. This is Roscoe.
Good for Roscoe.
And, yeah, he did really great, and he just went around and said hello to everybody. He's just awesome.
Now talk to me. You mentioned the doggy daycare.
This is Ruth. Ruth actually is at the daycare. Barbara and Penny are also there today, and this is our cattle dog mix named Winston. Oh, and those are my girls, Pepper and Miss Parker. There they are. But yes, the daycare is wonderful because, you know, I kicked and screamed wanting to start a day. I didn't want to, because as a trainer and dealing with aggression problems, I thought, gosh, this daycare thing is just not a good idea. You get a bunch of dogs in and close, and they have sharp teeth. So I didn't really want to start one, but I did want to make sure I had my own facility to train. I thought, well, let's go ahead and give it a shot. And actually what I've learned from it has been wonderful. The dogs are actually wonderful therapy for other dogs. There are definitely some dogs that do not belong in daycare. There are some dogs that don't belong at the dog parks, people.
So you will assess them before you introduce them to the rest of the group.
Absolutely,
Okay.
for safety. But if they're having a little bit of a hard time adjusting, I don't want to kick them out right away because they're a little nervous.
Yeah.
And so I just want the option to call the owner and say, this is a really bad idea, come pick them up. But I want to give them some time to get acclimated.
And we're just about out of time, but I also wanted to mention you guys have a really neat feature. You've got web cameras there so people can watch their dogs during the day.
Absolutely.
What a great feature.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah. So what's the website then for people to find out more?
Which one?
Let's give them both out.
Okay, happytails2udogtraining.com.
Okay.
That's all spelled out. And Canine Corral Dog Daycare. All spelled .com, all spelled out.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dawna, for joining us today. And if you want more information on our segment sponsor today, you can always head to our website at KRON4.com. We put a link up there under the Everything for Pets segment there. So all that information and all the contact information is there as well as this interview will be posted, so you can watch it again if you happen to miss something. Now, thank you so much for joining us today.
This was fun. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. And we'll be right back after a quick break.
KRON 4's Everything for Pets, brought to you by the California Family Pet Expo.